Hello and welcome to the Actuarial Research channel, the channel where we break down actuarial exam questions step by step so you can answer them accurately and on time. In this series, we are still dealing with a run of triangles. I had provided a list of questions that the examiner has tested over the years since 2019 to 2025. You can find that list in the previous video. So we'll start with the very first question that I had provided, which is September 2019 question 9. It has two parts. So the first part is write down the general form of a statistical model for a claims run of triangle defining all terms used. The solution to this question is actually very textbook. You can find it in the core reading material. So I'll just dive into it. Cij is r underscore j s underscore I x underscore I plus j plus e underscore ij. So then we can go on to define the terms. I'll just write them down and then define them later. S underscore I, x underscore I plus j, e underscore ij. This is the error term. This is the calendar year factor. Factor, e.g. inflation. This is the initial exposure for accident year I. This is the development factor for year J. It is the proportion of claim payments in development year J. And this is the incremental claims. So that's 5 marks already earned. That was easy. So we go on to the next part. This is the incremental claims and not cumulative claims. This is actually very important. Incremental and not cumulative claims. So the second part of the question, the table below shows the cumulative incurred claims on a portfolio of insurance policies. We've been given the table. The company decides to apply the Bornhuetter-Ferguson method. We've been given which method, and also had highlighted the cumulative. Since when you're using the Bornhuetter-Ferguson method, we only deal with cumulative values. If we had been given incremental values, then we would have needed to change them to cumulative first. But the good thing is for this question, we've already been told it is cumulative. So the company decides to apply the Bornhuetter-Ferguson method to calculate the reserves with the assumption that the ultimate loss ratio is 80%. Claims are assumed to be fully run off by development year 3. The earned premium for 2018 is 300 and the paid claims for 2018 are 100. Calculate the reserve in respect to the accident year 2018. So in this question, you're only dealing with the year 2018. We are not interested in the other years 2016 and 2017. So I'll just duplicate that data here. I like writing cumulative here so that I do not get confused. 2016, 2017, 2018, 1, 2, and 3. Then here we have 130, 140, and 150, 180, 185, 190. And then we remember we had been given the loss ratio or for the year 2018, which is 0.8, and we had also been given the premium. This value here, the earned premium for 2018 is 300. So the premium is 300, and we know that loss ratio is claims over premium. So that makes claim equal to where loss ratio multiplied by the premium, we get 240. We go on to calculate the development factors, which is a sum of these two values divided by a sum of these two, and then here we will have 190 divided by 180. From there we're going to calculate the cumulative development factors. For this it will be 1.05, and then for this here it will be 1.351 multiplied by 1.05. Then we go on to calculate the factor f. For this first year it will always be 1, and then you have to be careful here since we are interchanging these two values. So f value for development year 2 will be equal to the CDF for development year 3, and f value for development year 3 will be equal to the CDF for development year 2. Then we go on to calculate another factor, 1 over f, which is 1 less 1 divided by that value. For this we'll always get 0. If you are not getting 0 for your question, then just have another look at it. I'll just drag. After we get that value, we write the claims that we had calculated earlier. And since we're only dealing with the year 2018, we'll only have the claim value for 2018, which is 240. Then from there we'll calculate the emerging claims. In this case it will be 240 multiplied by 0.29. So the emerging claims for this year, for the year 2018, are 71.80. Remember we had already been given the reported claims in the table, which is this value here, 150. These are the claims that have already been reported so far, and we had already been given the paid claims of 100. So the reserve for the year 2018 will be 71 plus 150 less 100. If we were interested, if the examiner was also interested in the years 2017 and 2016, we'd have values here. But since the examiner is only interested in 2018, that's why we're only calculating reserves for 2018. I'm sure later on we'll see another question that has values for 2016 and 2017. So you are done with that question. You already have earned your 6 marks. All you have to do now is just copy that and paste it in your answer booklet, and with that you are done with the question. This is the Actuarial Raster channel. Subscribe and join me as we tackle more actuarial exam questions together. See you in the next video.